Good morning, everyone. Today is February 8th, and yes, it has been a little while. We get busy, with life. Basically right now, a lot of time hunting. There's only 2 days left to the deer season, and we did not get any more. So we're really gonna try for the next 2 days to see if we can find something. Anyways, you can see behind me, the barn roof is pretty much done except for this end right here. I was having some medical issues. I was getting dizzy a lot, and I had actually gone to the emergency room, but we spent 8.5 hours in there and never got to see anybody. So whatever, I got over it. But so while I was dealing with that, Eddie and Ocean finished the roof off. We still need to do that end right there, but I want to put an overhang on it, so I'm going to need to add some lumber to that to make that happen. But it's looking really good, and upstairs is all dried in now except for the ends, obviously, because the ends are still wide open. But we can store a bunch of stuff up there now and it won't get wet. So the birds are happy, the birds are happier because they don't get as wet now. The rain still obviously comes in from this front side, but yeah, so they're happy. They're all in there. But that's just a quick update on the barn. We actually have some work we need to get done before I can go hunting this afternoon. So we are going to head up to the garden and get some stuff done up there. Okay, we're up here in the garden. The sun is very, very bright out here. And I wanted to show you guys how the broccoli is doing. I'm really confused about this stuff. This is Brussels sprouts, but I thought Brussels sprouts were supposed to get really tall, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But the broccoli, this is going to be really hard to see because it's so bright up here. We did lose a few plants. There's 2 there that we lost. That one looks like we harvested that one. But as you can see, or if you can see, we have some here that are really big. The head is as big as my hand, and we've got a few like that. Here's another one. So I think before anything starts to bolt, I'm gonna go ahead and harvest some of these. Let's take a look at this one here. So, man, guys, I'm sorry. The shade, I can't seem to stay out of the sun enough, but so here's this one that looks like it might be starting to open up a little bit. So I want to get these harvested and make sure we get them before they do bolt. Now down this end, these heads are still pretty small, so I don't know if that was lack of nutrients, lack of sun, but you can see this one's just starting. It's just like smaller than a golf ball. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna harvest the ones that look like they're big enough to be harvested. I definitely don't want to leave them here so long that they bolt and then we lose them all, because I tried very hard to get some broccoli this year. So I'm going to pull up some of these staples so I can get to the broccoli and we'll get it harvested. So some of these, they look like they're getting a little bit loose. That's why I wanted to get them harvested, and that's bigger than my hand. So I harvested 10 heads, and when we're done up here in the garden, I'm going to take them down to the kitchen and probably just set them in the refrigerator for now. But when we're done in the garden, I'm going to get these, probably blanch them and then freeze them so that we have them for a while. Obviously, you have to grow a lot of broccoli for it to last a year. So we try to not eat it very often because we don't grow anywhere near enough. So I definitely want to get it freezed up so that we'll have it. All right, I'm gonna set this down in the kitchen and then we're gonna move on to the next project up here in the garden. So, Ocean is taking all of the dirt out of these garden beds right here. We had one here, 2, 3, and 4. Eddie's working on weeding that one. It was full of fire ants, so I refused to put my hands in it. But we're gonna take all of this dirt here out of these beds because the beds are falling apart. And we knew they would. They were just made out of some sorry wood. But we're going to take all that dirt and we are filling up this new bed that we built. This second row of bricks here doesn't go here. We just set them here because they're going to start building a bed over there. But so we're taking all of that dirt and we're putting it in here, and we need to get this done right away because I need to plant my garden peas, sweet peas, snap peas. I don't know what you guys call them, English peas. They're the little green ones that you take out of the pod and they taste so yummy. But so we're filling this up so that we can get the peas planted. Last year we had actually bought bricks for this to do this last year, and then we never got to it because there's always so much to get done that you have to prioritize what I can do right now, what I have to do right now, what can get put on hold. And we did have the wooden beds, so changing them out to the concrete blocks did get put on hold, and so we're gonna start doing that this year. I do not believe that we will get anywhere near these beds done this year. We might get one more bed done this year, but the problem is that it will come to a point in time where we have to plant, and you can't put off planting. So if we haven't got any more beds done before we have to plant, then we will have to plant in the wooden beds again this year, because we also don't have extra dirt. So the way this is working out is we're going to take all the dirt from those beds and fill up this bed. Then we'll get some more bricks and we'll build that bed. And then we'll take the dirt from the next beds to fill up that one. So if it gets so late that I've already planted those beds, then I won't be able to fill the new bed with that dirt. So it all comes down to time, how much of it you have, how much money you have. And, you know, because if we have to wait another month before we can afford to buy the bricks, because these bricks, yes, they're cheap. They're about $2.50 a piece, but it took over 100 bricks to build one bed. So, you know, figure that out. But we also have other projects we need to get done with. We're going to work on my shop floor very shortly. We need to mill up some more lumber. We have lots of things to do, so you only have so much time in a year. But that's what we're doing here. We're going to get this bed done and plant the peas here, and then hopefully the peas will be done producing and I can pull those out and plant something else in here. That's the plan. Don't know if it's gonna work. But yeah, so that's what we're doing today. We're gonna finish filling this up, and I have some compost I'm going to add to it. And I think, see, I would like to add some perlite to that bed, but I haven't been able to find any large bags of it, and buying small 4-quart bags really isn't worth it because it would take a bunch. So for the peas, I think we're just going to top dress this with some compost that I've made, and yeah, then go ahead and plant the peas in it. So because in 8, 10, 6 days, Valentine's Day around here, we have to plant That's 6 days. That is 6 days, isn't it? Wow. Today's the 8th. So that's only 6 days away. We need to plant potatoes. Potatoes have to go in the ground on Valentine's Day. I don't know why they have to, but that's what they do around here. So that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, that'll be coming up in just a couple of days. But let's get this filled up, and then I want to water it down really good before I ever put my pea seeds in there.
All right, there's that one. Let's start on the next one.
I think there is a huge ant den right there.
There's this next one.
There's a big mound of dirt right over there, and I think it's ants. I didn't want to stir it up in case it was. So this is where the watermelons were last year, so it never got mowed down. Well, there we go. We got the bed all filled up. Now I'm gonna water it so that the dirt will settle. I want it to do all its settling before I plant the peas. So probably gonna have to use a sprinkler on this. I don't have any water lines run to this. And I wasn't happy with my drip irrigation last year. It's just not putting out enough water for as hot and dry as it gets here in the summertime. So I'm gonna set up a sprinkler on this, get it all soaking down real good so it will do its compacting, whatever it's gonna do, and then I can come back and plant the peas. And I think that's about all we're gonna do today, except we have one thing that I know we've been waiting for, and I think some of you guys have been waiting for, is we need to go get the Colby cheese that we made and open it up and see how it tastes. So stay tuned. We're gonna grab that cheese and try it out. All right, guys, we've got the cheese. Now, we put the date on it. We were allowed to try this on February 5th, 2023. Today is February 8th, so we're gonna give it a try. This is supposed to be Colby cheese. I see some moisture in this bag. Hope that's not a bad thing.
I like cheese.
Oh, well, it smells a little ripe. It's got some whey in it.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll find out, you know, like if it doesn't taste good, then maybe we didn't get enough whey out. I don't know. Okay. Let me see. All right, we have to try it together, so.
Crumbly. Just supposed to be that way?
I've never had Colby cheese that I know of. I don't know. Oh, he just sticks it in his mouth. Guess we'll wait and see if he makes a nasty face before we try it. He didn't spit it out. I taste cheese.
Yep. Tastes like Colby.
It is dry though.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what a block of Colby would...
Colby is the same thing as cheddar, only it's not aged as long. But this has a sharp, like sharp cheddar, you know?
Yeah, it does. It tastes a lot like sharp cheddar. If you turn to this orange, I don't think I'd know the difference.
Mm-mm. I think we did good.
I mean, it was our first try, and it tastes like cheese, so...
What's a finger?
We did good for our first try.
Should have read this last night and had it on tacos.
You should have. All right, guys. I guess don't put cheese in your mouth right before you want to talk. But we want to thank you for joining us, and we will see you when we start planting potatoes. I think that's the next thing we got to do. So thanks for being here with us, and we'll see you soon.